Okay, guys, so let's resume it back. Kindly turn on the cam. So everyone is clear till here. Everyone is clear till this point. Okay. Okay. Now let's move toward the next point. Okay. Let's say elaborate the things now. Also, we are going to design a page which is this one. Okay. Also, we are going to design a page which looks over here. Okay. You can see the page is there. Can you see this page? Okay. So how to design this page? Okay. So for that, I will create a new page. I will just say page equals to, sorry, I will just say banner dot html. Then I will just create a page over here. Okay, that is the basic HTML. Sure. Let's create it over here. Okay, just say banner. Let's save it. So let's design this banner over here. Okay, let's design this banner over here. So let's design it. So now for this I will create a div. Okay, how to design this banner? Let's consider proper. I will create a div and create say a class as a container. Okay, and I will just say a class container will have a style. So I'm not using an external style for it because there is no need of it. So I'm not going to use it. I will give a weight to it like say 640 pixel and height to it like say 350 pixel. Okay, let's use this one. And I will give background color to it like say red. So if I make it live, if I just say open it live, I will get it. Okay, I will just get that one. So let's say open with live. This is the banner which we are having. Okay, let's make it center. Okay, so we know that how to make it center. So I will just say auto, margin auto. And margin top will be like 40 pixel. Okay, we will increase the size a bit. Like say I will make it like say a 760. Yeah, it looks okay now. Okay, so our reference is this one. Okay, now we need a background image for this, which is the background image. So first save it. Let's save it, and already the Photoshop is open with us. So let's save this one, and I will just save it in our SVG file. So under this, I will just say SVG. Here's my SVG, here it is. And just I will create a folder like the images, in which I will pass the path. And let's use this path to save the image. And let's say image. Now the next step is that we want this banner. Okay, so that is background. Okay, guys, that is our main agenda. So let's open that one. And which thing we want, let's focus on it. Which things we want, let's focus on it. UI which we want. Okay, so let's focus on this UI. So I will cut it. Okay, just I will say crop it. Okay, let's crop it. And then I will remove some unwanted content. This is this one. Just I'll remove it. And then I will use a color that is the. See, the color is gone, and now I can just crop it more. I will just say crop. Let's crop it. Yeah, and I think so now it's perfect. So let's save this one. Apply the crop. Let's save it. So let's close this one, and let's close the Photoshop also. So you will see now it's done. Okay, the image is available with us, and we can see that image in our images folder. See, the image is available with us, so we can just work on it. Okay, we can just work on this image. So let's work on this. And first thing is that we need to see, I will create a container. In this, I will create the SVG. This I will create the SVG. Why? Because in SVG, we are going to use the view box. See, now my container is of this size. So that is going to be the size which I will do. Okay, so this is how the advertisement banner or the banner we are going to design with. So I will say it like, say, this is going to be having a width of 760 and 350. And just I will say fill. And let's check how much it is. So I will just give a green color to it. In HTML, if I just view it, I must get my output. Okay, so we will do one thing. Let's save this one. A view box, which we are going to do it. Okay, so here we have just designed our view box. Okay, so your view box will be exactly of your container size. This is what typically we do. This is what typically we do over here. Okay. Now the next step is to call the image. Call the image. Let's call the image. Let's call it. Let's call the image. So I will just say href. And in this, I will just call my image first. Image/img. So you will see the image is over here. Okay, let's give some height and width to it. So I will give a height. It like say height is going to be 350. Let's save it. Okay, so this is what it's covering currently. So let's give it like say 350. Oh, let's make it 350. Okay, so I will give a height as 100%. Let's see how it works. Let's remove the height. First of all, just I will remove it. Okay, let's try it again.
Deepak, if you put the height as 350, it's the same because
Yes,
that's
yes,
the
it's
part of the image.
yeah, it's actually working. Okay, so we can just remove it currently. It is actually the part. Okay, yeah. So actually it is working perfectly, but we don't want in that way. So what I want now, I just want to this image to move towards the corner position. So just I will move that image by using the X coordinate. So from X, I will just move that image towards the, like say, I will just make it, just I will make it towards like say 400 pixel, and y-axis I will just make it like say currently 0 pixel. Let's see how it moves. So yeah, let's make it 50, 100, and let's make 480 or 50. Okay, cool. So let's make it 480. And from top, just I will move it a bit. So like say 6, 70, 85. If okay, so let's make it 125. Okay, and let's move it more, like say 128. Okay, so here I will get that exact point where I want it. Okay, so here I will just get the exact point where I want it. Now the background color which we want is this one. Okay, this is the background color which we want. So typically what we can do, we can just create a rectangle over here. So I will just say rect. Okay, I will just say rect. And that rectangle, I will just give a feel of this color. And let's try to create its width. So I will just say the width will be 350. Sorry, the width will be 760 and the width will be
Height, width and height. Height will be 350.
yes, I'm sorry. So the height will be 350. Let's see that how it works. So it is covering the entire area. Okay, let's move this rectangle a bit up for the image. So you will see the image will be up and the color is background. Okay, now if I, yeah, so just I will make it like say 350. So I'm sorry, something is gone wrong. Okay, yeah. So now the next is like say if I just try to make it like say 300. Let's see how it works. See, the height and width we have given, that is map exactly what the size we have. Can you see this one? So it's actually mapping the size. So the element which is on the top will be on the first will be on the top. And this is how we can just make the logic. Even if I make it here like say 100%, by 100%, still it must work. See, it's working. And the background color or the background image is mapping exactly what we want. Any question, any query till here?
No.
Yes, Mohit, I think so your screen is stuck. Yes, race candidate, kindly turn on your cam. Just turn on the cam. Okay, fine. Yeah, so just give me a minute. Okay. Okay, fine. So yes, let's move towards the next one. So the first agenda is completed. Okay, this is the one which we want. That is the color. Now it's time to create 2021. So how to create it? So for that we are having a text. We are actually having the text over here. Okay. So text and box is there. So let's create the text and box over here. So for that, I will just create a text box. Okay, let's create a text box. So you will see the color is different. Okay, for this rectangle, the color is different. Actually, there are two colors are there. So we will see that one. Don't worry. So I will create a rectangle again. Okay, with the color, I will give a different color to it. So I will give a temporary color, which will be a light green. Okay, then we will change it afterwards. Don't worry. So here I will give a temporary color, which is this one. Let's save this one. You see, actually it covers the entire area. We don't want it much more bigger. So I will give some height to it. So I will say the height will be like say 30 pixel and width will be like say 50 pixel or 60 pixel. Okay, let's reverse it. 60 and 30. Let's increase it more, like say 120 and 70. Yeah, it looks cool. And let's move it towards a point. So I will say from X, I just want to move it to like say 120 pixel. Okay, it will be like say 100 pixel. Yeah, I think so. It's perfect. And from Y axis, I will just move it to like say 70 pixel. Yes, I think so. The position is cool. Okay, it's perfect. The next is like say to add the text. Okay, so we know that how to add a text. So I will just say the text element over here. A text element will have a text like say 2020. What is that? What is it? It's a 2020. 2021. So let's add a 2021. You will see one more thing that if I zoom it a bit, they are actually having a small curve over here. So for this, I will use some radius. So I will just say radius y, like say 5, and radius x, like say 5. I save this. This will also have a curve, but I don't want to hide a bit more. So I will reduce the height to 50. Let's say it's more, like say 40. Not, this is not a pixel, I'm sorry. This one, 50. Yeah, it looks perfect now. We can make it 60, half. And see, it looks perfect. Now let's add a 2021. And the color of the text, I will just say feel will have a color, which is this one. Currently, I will give a white color to get understanding of it. Now I will just say where I want a location of this text. So see, I will use the same location currently. Just I will use the same location. And let's increase its fonts. So I will just say font size will be like say 24. Here, let's make it 32. Make it 40 or 38. I think so it's perfect. And let's make a font size as Arial. Font family as Arial. Perfect. We can also make it bold by using the font weight. So same property can be used it over here. Font weight, like say a bold. It will be a bold. And now let's move that. Okay, so first I will change the color of it. So whatever the field I have given, I will change it. This one, it's disappear. Why? Because now we are moving it from 70 to 80. You will see that field will be there. Towards 90. Okay, white is not there. Let's change the color one more time. Let's say white. It is behind actually, so we need to move that a bit like this. That's how it works. Yeah.
Is there no Z index?
Yes. No, 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 no. Don't use Z index. Those who will use Z index in assignment, their marks will get reduced.
Sir,
Don't
only
use.
in this assignment, right?
Yes, yes.
Only in this assignment Z index there must be, right?
No, no. Here we will not use any Z index.
Okay.
Okay.
Other assignments we can use Z index.
Yes, yes. This is the SVG assignments. Okay. Today you will not have this assignment. Don't worry. Okay. Today this assignment is not here. You will go with the session again if you want to make some practice. And then you can just work on it. Okay. Tomorrow I will give the SVG assignment. Today not.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm going to give this code. So you will go with this code also. How I have designed. You will examine the code and then you will work on the assignment. So now I'm having that color. So let's move it to 120. Here I will make it 100. Okay, like say a 200. 600. 110. So it looks perfect. Okay, we can just make it like 115. I hope so it works perfect. See, a very, very cool. So this part has been done. Now it's time for the display design and this text. Okay, so display and design, trends and statistics. So let's add the text over here. Now this text is a free text, so we can directly use it again, a text element. So I will say text. In this text, I will write the text, display and design. Trends and statistic. And statistics. Statistic. Yeah, so you will see that it is there. Now, if we want, like say the text on new line every way, I just want that. So I will just say, and we can use a element that is called as a just what was that element we have used?
T-span.
Span, sir.
No, T-span, I think so. T-span. T-span. So it was a T-span which we have used. I will close that one and again I will use a T-span. Let's use it over here. And yeah, so our text will not viewed until and unless I will make it white. So I will say fill as white. See, my text is there on the very top. So let's move at the bottom. So what is the bottom line? Its height is 360. So I will make x-axis or y-axis as a 360 directly. Sorry, 350. So it is over here. Okay, it is not on new line. I think so. I just missed something. Okay, so let's find the text. Okay, we were using a T-span only. Okay, actually we have used a T-span, but doesn't work how I want. Okay, we will see that.
T-span will have to give the y-axis value, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Then only it will work. So we will figure it out. Okay, don't worry. First, I will just give a bit x-axis. That is going to be the same, which we want it for the box. That is a rectangle we have given. So the x-axis will be the same. That is 100. Okay, and now let's reduce this one. So I will make it like say 250. So it will be on the top. Let's make it like say 150. Let's make it like say 180. Okay, so it's cool. So the same I can just give for others also. Only I will increase it bit, like say 200 and 220. Yeah, they look perfect. Now let's increase the font size. So I will just say font size is going to be like say 56. They will be a bigger in size. Let's make them 50. Yeah, it looks cool. Let's make it more like say 48. We will see the font size will be there. Now let's move this more. Like say I will make it 250. Yes, it works. 260. This will be 330. Let's make it perfect. Let's make it like say 280. Yes, I think so. It looks perfect. So you can see that we have just applied it. Now let's make it bold. So I will just say font weight bold. Okay, and I will say font family Arial. I think so that is perfect. Okay, because we don't have exactly the font which is over here. But yes, this is something what we are just going with. Now the color is different for the bottom one. So obviously we are going to use that color. So I will just say a color over here. And let's apply that color. So I will just say fill. Then I will just say fill color. Okay. So here is our UI. Okay. So by using SVG, we have designed this one. Like how we have designed in Photoshop, in the same way in SVG, we can design it. Okay. And this advertisement can have the effects It's like say on hover of this button, I can have some effects because this is not a PNG image. It's a SVG. It's a SVG. So you can add the effect whatever you want. Getting the point? Everyone is clear with this? So see guys, what logic is, first thing is that you will create a container and you will use a view box for that. That is the main thing. The reason is that in future, if we try to manipulate the size of the container, it will manage the everything part. Okay, it will not manage everything in a clean way, but yes, up to the mark, it will manage it. Okay. And this is the way how we can work with the box. So view box will exactly occupy the area that is 760 into 350. So when I will give an assignment to you, you will also make a such a way. And always try to use a font. Okay, don't use a browser old fonts. That is a browser default font. Now here is a small problem. Can you see that there's a gradient over here? There's a multicolors. Can you see? In the box, there's a multicolors are there. Can you see that one? See, I can test it. See, here's a different color. The color is different. Okay. And if I just use it over here, the color is different. See, the color is different. Somewhere the colors are different. So how to add a gradient to the text? And that is only the next point, the last point which we are going to learn it over here. Now we are going to see only the linear gradients, how to use the linear gradients. Okay, there is a radial gradient also, but we will only see the linear gradient, okay, with respect to the part. So to work with the linear gradient, the very first thing which I will do, that the gradients can be designed in the definition. I will create a definition over here because the gradients can be used only in the definitions. Remember. So I will just say depths, that is the definitions. And all the definitions can be written in this. So we are having a special element called as a linear gradient. Okay. And the linear gradient is having 4 values: x1, y1, x2, x2, y2. What is meant by x1, y1? It is going to be the starting of gradient. Take an example, the size is, here I will say this gradient will start from 0%. And from y-axis also it will start from 0% because I just want that only. And I want a gradient from left to right because I just want, you will see carefully, if you just see carefully. If we just see carefully over here, actually we want a gradient from left to right. Okay. Actually we want a gradient from left to right. Just a minute, guys. Okay. So actually I just want a linear gradient from left to right. That is my main agenda, like this. Okay. So the starting point is x and y. So this must be 0, 0. And the ending point is x must be 100 and y must be 0 because I just want to flow in that way only. So let's make it 0, 0. See, x and y 0, 0 and x will be 100%. Y will be 0%. So the flow will be horizontal. The flow will be horizontal. This is how the logic we can apply. And then which color we want, we need to define it over here. So there's a element which is called as a stop, which we use over here. So like say it will ask me from where I want to start and where I want to stop it. Okay. So it will ask me the offset. So I will just say the offset. Like say the first color must start with 0. The stop element is basically used for that only. And then we need to give a color to it. Okay. We need to give a color to it. So here I will just say stop color. What color I want? What color I want? So typically the color which we want, we can just pick it from our color part. So the starting must be this one. Okay, like so I will say #1, and then it will ask me for second one, like say a stop. Then it will ask me the last color which we want. So when the 100% will be covered. So the last color which we want, that is the, let's highlight that color. So the last color is this one. In between these two colors, we want our entire shade. So I will use the second stop. So I will just say stop color. And once this definition is done, we know that how to call the definition. So I will use a definition like this. I will just give ID to it. Like say a button color. You can give any name to it. I will give button color. So how the linear gradient works? We know that how the linear gradient works. So the linear gradient works from left to right. Multicolors we can give it. Kindly turn on the cam. Yes, everyone will turn on the cam. Kindly turn it on. So we will have the linear gradient, okay, from left to right. So the starting will be 0, the color will start from that. And we want the end color to be the second one. So we are using the 100% over here. If I want one more color at 50 must be get changed, I can use that one. But I will not use because I just want a 2 color. That's it. If you want one more color, you can use the offset, like say stop element over here. What is the stop element? It will just set a color on that particular position. Like say I will say offset. When the 50% is there, I just want a stop color need to be white. So I can give a white color. Now this is going to be one, this is going to be second, this is going to be the third color. But I don't want the middle color. So I will remove that one. I just want 2 color only. And we have given a definition. So how to use the linear gradient? So to use the linear gradient, the first thing you will use this name. See, don't miss the name. Okay, it's very important. Use the name. And we want it in the rectangle. Which rectangle it is? In this rect. The field is given. So instead of this color, I will use URL method. And in this URL, we need to use #color. This is how a field is being given or the gradient is being applied. Okay, the URL is the method and the gradient is applied. Let's see our output. So see, can you see the gradient color? Yes, can you see this color?
Yes, visible.
Okay, so this is what we want. So this is how the gradients are applied. What will happen if I use a white in between? Like I will just try it. And the 50 will be there. I just want a white color. So here you will see the white color is there. Can you see the white color is in the center now? See, there's a white color is in center. So light green color, white color and dark green color is there. Okay, the shades are there, but I don't want the middle one, so I will remove that one. And now you will see it looks perfect advertisement. A very clean one. If you want some round shape for the container, you can give border radius to it and overflow as a hidden. Is that clear to all? Is that clear? So see guys, these shapes can be used to create the elements. We can create the beautiful elements by this. And this is the way how we can do that. Okay. Any question, any query?
Deepak, what if we have to change the linear gradient, the colors there, right? What if we want to change the angle?
Angle, okay. So if you want to change the angle, you will use this one. Like say, I want 100, 100. Why will we end on the 100? So see the angle will change now. Okay, the area angle will change with respect to that. Just a minute. Yeah, so it seems like we are having the same output, what we were predicted. This was the random output which I picked from the internet. It was not pre-available with me. I have just picked from the internet and simply we have just designed it. Okay. So don't worry. In your assignment, I will not ask to pick from randomly. I will give a task to you. Okay, that is what I will give you. Yes, I think so. Mohit's screen is stuck again. Okay. Yeah, so I hope so everyone is very clear with the point.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you guys are going to have the assignment, but I will give it tomorrow. Or you want it to today itself?
Right.
If we don't give it, we don't give it today, so we don't have any assignment, right, today?
No, assignment is there. But
Ah,
do you want assignment this today or tomorrow? I'm asking that one.
No, we
I don't know,
want,
it's up to
we don't
everyone.
want assignment today, any assignment today.
No, you will have an assignment. Okay. Assignment will be there, but do you want this assignment that is SVG assignment today or tomorrow? That was what I'm asking you.
Tomorrow,
Then,
tomorrow.
then, sir.
Tomorrow.
So the next assignment which you guys will design, that is the registration page of Amgen website. Okay. The last page.
Sir, we want
That
to go
you will
with
design?
SVG then.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Yes, Priyadarshan.
like, was the option registration page and this thing SVG?
Yes. That is option. So if you say today we will do SVG, then you can do SVG. If you say
Registration page
tomorrow
for
we will do
desktop
SVG.
using what?
Sorry.
Today's like the options. The first option is registration for desktop using Flexbox or this block.
No, it will be inline block. Now I will provide you a size also. Okay. Afterwards, I will give a size to you guys. Okay, the size will be there of web page. You will design all the pages in that size only. Because because in like say when we say the inline display, in that case, like say you guys are having some problems with the UIs. Okay, so I will give a standard size. You will try to design in that way. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want the design page today, I can give it. If you want advertise this banner design today, I can give that also. So which one you want as
Can we have
assignment?
any? Can we have anyone today?
Yeah, no. Not anyone. All will do the same
We'll have
assignment.
to- Oh, okay.
So what you want, a banner or a web page?
It's the banner, sir.
Okay.